Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I had to scream at my dog this morning so my voice is going.
Why? What did he do?
My dog is half wolf, and he got a little
untamed,
aggressive about his food, so I had to yell at him.
Well, he's a wolf.
I got stories there, but they'd upset Matt.
He can't.
So
he can't
one
just
time,
tell everyone. You gonna tell his story?
No, I'm just.
I like how you're like.
It'll be
it's gonna
abbreviated.
upset him, so let me continue.
One time we went on vacation, and I was like, "Hey Matt, are we taking our dogs?" And you're like, "Yeah, we're definitely taking the dogs." There was no other option
Wasn't
for
that my
Matt.
idea?
He definitely wanted to take the dogs. We were in a cabin in West Virginia. It was 10 degrees outside. The cabin was smaller than the room we're in right now, and so it's 4 people. 4 dogs.
2 100-pound dogs, one of them being mine.
At least 2 dogs had some. There's lots of aggression issues going around.
Oh yes.
Some dogs didn't get along. It was the worst weekend of my life.
Well, I
That's
would
not what
say
happened.
that's some white people stuff because black people don't take their pets on vacation.
You know what else white people do that's
But
really
I can't
weird?
say that.
They let their dogs kiss them on the face and the
Yo,
mouth.
yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's some disgusting stuff. Like
I let it
right
happen.
in the
and
mouth.
I'm
like,
guilty.
So if you're still listening,
Not in the mouth.
Oh my god.
On my face, not in my mouth.
this
I feel like I
is,
need to take 2 steps back.
What's going on? Episode 13 of the Moving RVA podcast. I am Matt Cricchio,
I'm Jake Rowell.
and we have 2 very special guests, nationally ranked athletes.
I wouldn't say ranked.
You can't. They're not ranked yet.
I
You
wouldn't
can't say
say
that.
ranked.
No.
Say what I want. Nationally ranked athletes.
You're making stuff up now.
Jackie
We
Alberts
have-
and Morgan German.
2 women training for strength sports at a national level.
There you go.
Impressive.
There you go.
So before we go further, give us a review on iTunes. As many stars as you want.
I thought you were asking me to do it.
You also could do it.
Could both of you review the podcast for
Can you
us?
review your own podcast?
I gave you a review last week.
Did you really?
Was it positive?
Of course.
Was it
2.
more than?
Very negative.
Was it more than 3 stars?
It was more than 3.
Are you subscribed to the YouTube channel?
No.
I am through my husband's page. I don't have a YouTube. I don't. YouTube.
I'm
I'm
gonna
a
check this out.
subscriber.
Everyone needs to know if they have a Gmail account, you are a YouTube person.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Use that Gmail
Wow.
account to subscribe to the CrossFit RVA YouTube page, because when you do, you'll get this podcast every Friday and then something every Thursday.
I'm subscribed because sometimes I like watching my own videos that I do.
Oh,
Bit of a narcissist.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Strange.
You know why that? What video was that? The handstand one where we got all the? No, was it handstand?
Toes to bar.
Toes to bar.
Toes to bar.
We have 8,000
Probably a
views
lot of
because
those
of you.
views were me.
I only watch the video when my hair looks good. If my hair like flows, like I like watching those.
Yeah.
Brazilian silky.
No, this is all natural, baby. So,
Okay, so we're here and we're going to talk to them today about training at a national level for sports. Morgan's a strong woman in a strong man's world, and Jackie's an Olympic
it's a woman's world. Stop.
weightlifter.
That's what I'm talking about. Who run the world?
Girls.
Yeah.
And
Do you guys know our first segment? It's the weirdest podcast so far ever.
What is it?
Training goals.
Oh.
Morgan.
Finally, an applicable
So-
training goal segment.
my first training goal was just to be a Beyonce backup dancer. But
That's a real training goal.
yes, it is a real training
totally
goal.
How
But
that's how you got started with CrossFit.
yes, I have actually
a realistic training
adjusted
goal.
my training goal. I just want to be the Beyonce of strong woman sports.
Oh, I like that.
By that, I want to change the game. She's a game changer.
She's a game changer.
2, we had the hardest work ethic ever.
Morgan has an incredible work ethic. I see her all the time.
Doesn't mean I'm.
Are those real goals?
They are real goals. To be the hardest worker, that's a real goal, Jay. Should I have like another goal, Jay?
We're-
Coach.
More
We have to
attainable.
have
I'm just kidding.
goals should be measurable. Those are not measurable.
I can measure that. If one day, every morning I wake up, I'm like, I woke up like this. So,
See,
like,
there you
know
go.
what I'm saying?
That's a measure right there.
That's a measure.
If she's saying that, she's working towards the goal.
Yes.
Matt's about to leave this podcast. Already, he's on Facebook.
He's not even paying attention.
No, I have some real numbers.
Morgan qualified for the Arnold. You can actually check out a documentary of her experience on the CrossFit RVA YouTube page.
See, that was last year, man. We got to go to 2015.
Well, I just want to give
Let's
them a
get it.
Live in the
background.
present.
Brief history. How long have you been competing, Morgan?
I think
She's also on episode 3 of the Moon RVA podcast. You can check that out there.
since 2012. 2012. So 3 years, almost 3 years.
So you were what, fourth at Nationals?
Fourth at Nationals and eighth
At
at
the
the
Arnold.
Arnold.
And then you were more recently second in a Platinum Plus contest,
Correct.
which is the highest level outside of the Arnold and Nationals.
Yeah.
So what are your goals for next year?
I want to qualify for the Arnold early.
Good, because I want to go again.
Which means that you need to either do it at a Platinum Plus, win a Platinum Plus, or I don't know how many they're going to take from Nationals, but yeah.
Yeah, normally I think she's taken the top 3 from National, so I'm going to do the Platinum Plus event in Atlanta at the end of June, so I'm really pulling to selfishly qualify early because I want to go to a Clemson football game on the week of Nationals, so
I don't approve.
Wow.
yeah.
Priorities.
Which is kind of messed up because your dad went to Clemson, so you should approve.
I play strength sports first. Do you have any, other than those are very
Yeah.
performance sort of like, performance in an event related goals? Do you have any specific like training, like
Yeah.
things you want to do?
Of course, my main goal right now is to get my weakness up, which is all of my overhead work. And then number 2, I think personally, I am not the technically best at any of my lifts. Like technically, I think I'm horrible. I think I can just muscle up anything, but like technically, I'm just the worst at everything. I feel like every time Jake is coaching me, he's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Get it together.
So I would like to personally get technically better this year. And I think that will help a lot because I feel like the strength is there. Of course, I want to get stronger, as always, but I feel like I want to get technically better.
Good goal.
Yep.
I like it.
Jackie. See, I can't even talk because this fucking
Why?
dog.
Oh,
Yelled
God.
at your wolf
It's
dog.
okay. We can talk for you.
You just qualified for Nationals.
Yeah.
In what weight class?
63 kilo.
In what sport?
Olympic weightlifting.
Okay.
Okay, we can do both goals, right?
Yeah.
Event-based and then training-based.
sure.
Event-based obviously I'm going to compete at Nationals. So I'd like to not embarrass myself.
When is
there.
that? August?
Mid-August, 13th,
Yeah.
something like that, in Dallas. And yeah, I'd like to not embarrass myself. I know that's not really measurable, but I know what that would feel like, so I feel like I could measure
Would
it.
that be something like bombing out?
Yeah, like getting DFL. I
What does this mean?
What is DFL?
dead effing last.
How about we say?
So-
How about very conservatively we say top half of the pack?
Okay, yes. That's a
Jake
goal.
will decide your goals for you.
Okay, yes. I feel like that's his job,
I feel
right?
like a coach can help assign goals.
Help
I
me
feel like
assign goals.
that is healthy.
So are you
Okay.
actually going by coach now?
I feel like if there's actually a sport involved and you have an athlete involved and it's at the national level,
You are a
we can say
coach.
you're
You are a
coaching.
coach.
You
What
are
about the
coaching.
sport of
something.
CrossFit.
I'm just asking because in a couple podcasts ago, you were talking about
not wanting to be called
Rico
coach.
I'm saying if you're just like some bro who just went to his level 1, you're running some CrossFit group classes, you're not a coach.
You're trying
yet.
to say you're very legit now.
I am what I am.
Yes, he will. You're going as my coach to nationals.
Yes, it says it on the form.
It's set. Yeah, I had to write your name
So that's
as
real.
coach.
He's a coach.
I'm going to be
yes.
wearing a polo shirt
Tucked in
with
jeans.
my name.
With coach
can
written
you
on
get
the
some
back.
like those shorts, those like coaching shorts?
Yeah.
Like the
PE
khaki
teachers use?
ones?
No. I mean like
Ill-fitting.
the Russell ones. Like,
Can you get a whistle?
Yeah.
A whistle.
Can
Oh,
you get-
whistle.
Whistle,
at other-
clipboard.
Clipboard.
I'm going to
Yes.
whistle during other people's lifts to sabotage them.
That's the kind of coaching I need.
Yeah.
Sabotage the other
Psychological
lifters, so
warfare.
I just win.
okay, let's go back to your goals.
Okay, yeah, okay. We're okay.
Okay,
So
so
top
I'm saying
half.
top half.
okay. In terms of performance,
Do you have something you want to lifts you want to achieve either before then or at nationals?
I would like to PR obviously my lifts that I've been doing. Well, I just started training. Before that, before the meet I qualified for, I did almost the opposite of training, I would say. I
We'll
did
get-
no work.
We'll get more into that in the second half.
So I would like to hopefully perform better than I did there. So, PRing my snatch and clean and jerk would be great. And
So your best right now is 79 for the snatch and 100 for the clean and jerk, right?
Can
yes.
someone please say that in American?
That's like 175-ish.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
For the
220.
snatch.
220. Yeah. So
How much do you weigh?
138-ish pounds. That will be what I weigh at nationals.
Your official weight.
That's
not
official
today.
weight. Maybe not today, but I will be weighing that. That's what I weigh. I weighed 137 something at that meet,
Okay.
and I almost got 222, but missed the jerk. But
So-
whatever.
I'm going to say, how about conservatively? How about 82 and 105?
Okay. 82. I need American numbers. I'm still learning the
Like
kilos.
just over, it's like that's like 181
Hold
and
on.
231.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a good goal.
You've cleaned and jerked separately 230 pounds.
I have. Yes.
And I think your snatch there's some room to grow.
yeah.
That's that's about a 5-6 pound improvement
Yeah.
on your best.
I think that's attainable.
Absolutely.
I need some technical work.
Yeah.
The strength is there. It's the technical things that I need work on.
All right.
I've
and
assigned
Jake,
more goals.
Our training goals, they're
Are
boring.
the same every week.
I feel like
People are
soon
sick of this segment right now.
they are sick of hearing
It's
about
nice
us.
to hear the guests.
I feel
That's all I care about.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on some goals. I feel like I'm finally training like a human being again, so it's only 3 times a week, but whatever. It's
You've been in here regularly.
I am here regularly. So I feel like I'm on the cusp of being able to get real goals again.
I want music to come in right here because it's the infamous, incredible, stupendous,
Why don't you make some dun dun dun?
splendiferous,
We can
We can make you some.
air
magnificent,
we can do some beats.
Yeah.
magnanimous, incredible, illuminating
All right, that's way too many words.
Just say it.
segment.
What are we doing?
Things we hate this week or we don't like this week.
I got a good one.
Yeah. Morgan's got a
one.
good
Let's
one.
hear it, Morgan.
So the thing that I hate is when people ask, "What do I do?" and I tell them I do strongman, and then they immediately ask me if I beat up my husband. Like,
Is that a thing?
Why is domestic assault associated with you lifting weights?
I don't know. It's like
That
they
is-
automatically assume, like, man, you must beat up your husband. You must toss him around. I'm like, man, only if he wants it.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning of this. Have you ever beat up your husband?
No, I do not promote domestic violence here. Okay, not at all.
Stare and look right into the camera too.
Yeah, I need people to
do
know
not
this. I do not promote domestic violence.
Is that a dumb thing that people say to you guys all
Oh
the
my
time?
god. Yeah. Pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Multiple times. a
How do
day.
you? What's like the way you deflect this
I
dumb question?
You get comments like that too, Jackie?
Oh yeah. Always.
It's a strange world
What do
we
you
live in.
do? Well, most of the time they don't know what I'm sure they don't know what strongman is or what weightlifting is.
I bet for both of them, just picture bodybuilding.
Yes, that's exactly what they
Yes.
think it is,
The-
bodybuilding. They're like, so you're a bodybuilder. I'm like, if I was a bodybuilder, I would have said I was a bodybuilder.
And
but
I think it doesn't help. Me and Jackie are both kind of a little bit ripped. So,
Re-ep.
There's
I got a funny story that
you got some traps.
I have, we have traps.
The trap game is on fleek, as they say these days.
Oh my god.
did you just say on fleek?
on fleek? That happened.
I feel like
I'm leaving this podcast.
I looked it up on Urban Dictionary. I feel that is the proper
Googled
usage
it.
You
of the
did,
term.
You did use it correctly.
You did.
So
You
I used it in
the
a
right way.
sentence. Yeah.
Yes, you
Yes.
used
That's
it.
how you
Please use the term
develop
in a
additional
sentence.
vocabulary.
Yes.
Dude, I'm so old now. I have to ask Bakari what things I see on the internet mean. He has to tell
My
me.
trap game
He's
is
a good
on fleek.
he's a good resource for things like that.
I don't know what that says about my staff.
So people don't know even what Olympic weightlifting is.
Oh God, no. They're like, oh, so you bench? I'm like, yeah, no, that's not quite it.
So I go to school with like a bunch of people that I don't even think they've seen a weight in their life. And I got like sort of big shoulders, so they think like I'm like you guys.
Bodybuilding.
Yeah, one of them goes to me, are you like a bodybuilder and do shows? I'm like, do you know what a bodybuilder looks like?
We would be the worst bodybuilders.
You
ever.
cannot get on the stage.
I feel like Jake's taking a dig.
I said we. I said we
no,
would be
that's
the
totally
worst.
As a
fine. 'cause
collective,
you cannot get on the stage prancing your underwear oiled up when you have a gut.
Who wouldn't want to?
I saw a
wanna be
video on
oiled up.
YouTube where a guy snuck into a
the worst
bodybuilding
bodybuilder
line.
ever? I saw
yes, and he was like, he looked like me, wearing the
He
Speedo,
looked like me.
oiled up, and he was in line, and they actually ripped him off stage, like
That's awesome.
bouncers, tossed him off stage.
I think the bikini would be a no-go.
Oh
on
God,
stage.
it's
like
very weird.
Yeah.
It's also not like a normal bikini. It's like really high
High
cut,
cut,
and
yeah.
like gemstones and you like paint
know how
yourself
that
with weird stuff to make your muscles look more
I wear those
defined.
under my pants just because I want to feel pretty sometimes.
oh, that's weird.
Anyway. Yeah.
Where do you go from there? Where do you go from the
Yeah,
rhinestone
we're not
bikini?
bodybuilders,
Rhinestone
basically.
You guys aren't bodybuilders.
No.
No.
But we are going to talk about what you are when we come back from this break.
I'm glad you're bald.
It doesn't bother me. It never has.
When did you start noticing hair loss?
Matt used to have a full head of
God,
hair.
luscious head of hair.
He had
Really?
a full,
Yes.
full
Like-
thick hair.
like-
What
Jake's?
age? What age was this?
Till I was 20, till I joined the Navy.
He was 12.
Really? Did the Navy?
Fucking.
He started
my hair
losing
fell.
hair
That
at
is
12?
not surprising because my dad joined the Navy when he was 18, and that's when he started balding.
I'm telling you.
So
He-
there's a correlation.
I had an incredible, luscious,
Head of hair.
chestnut colored. Ashley sees pictures of it and she makes this face to me that makes me think she's sad.
That your hair is gone?
In high school, he did that thing that was popular one time to get the gel and
Oh,
just
this thing, this,
the front,
yeah.
Ah,
ooh.
shucks.
the front swoop,
The
I'm pretty
front.
sure all the girls who are they're loving it.
the swoop.
That was the thing in the.
So
I also want to talk about like what training like this has done, like how it's changed your perspective maybe on like what strength is and all these things, and like a lot and girls getting involved in this period. Like here's a good question: do you want? Are you excited about? Stop looking at me like that. Are you excited about your hypothetical daughters being involved?
I'm never
in
having
things like this?
children. You
Okay.
can't do that.
The next generation thinking it's thinking it's okay
If it's
to lift.
acceptable, is that what you're?
It's completely acceptable.
I mean, yeah, of course, but is that what you're asking?
I think what I would be more prone to say is I'm excited about the next generation of women who aren't going to be concerned with body image. By that meaning it's okay to be strong, it's okay to be muscular, it's okay to be all those things and be a total dominant at what you do in your sport.
I think it takes more than just a few women who do it because we're still obviously getting comments about like, oh, you're a bodybuilder, like, oh, you're gonna beat your husband up, like, you know, the more you see it, the less it's gonna be that kind of conversation.
Do you think the scales have tipped because of? And I'm going to say this CrossFit.
I don't think yet.
No, I think it's still
think
like
it's-
I think
yeah.
like you were talking about earlier. We're still such a small community that we're still an odd. It's kind of a.
We feel like the biggest thing in the world
We
right now,
do.
though.
Yeah, but we're not. Because if that many people still say things to us just because of the way we are built, then it's definitely not something that's mainstream known.
But I kind of feel like in general, the trend it's turning
It's
towards
starting.
not picking models that are waist thin when you see ads. That you're getting a different type of woman. So
And I think also, like, for example, Nike's getting involved, like, bigger brands are getting involved in the sport,
Yeah.
which helps create awareness about the sport itself
so
and women in sport, in strength sports. Blah, blah, blah.
blah.
Exciting.
Don't sound so excited.
Morgan, you've been competing for a long time.
I guess it's,
Longish.
Yeah, long-ish. 3 years is long-ish, I guess. I don't know, Jake. What's the longevity of somebody? I mean, I feel like you could be in strongman a long time. I see people who run the gamut in strongman, so like they're like 60 and they're still like just dominating competition. So
I mean, I think especially for guys, I don't think you're hitting your like real strength peak until you're probably solidly in your 30s.
Your prime.
I'm really not sure how that peak looks for women, but I think as long as you are staying healthy and you're training intelligently, you can get really far. I mean, certainly further than, like, I don't know, a lot of other sports.
The thing that really worries me, it doesn't worry me, but if I should so decide to have kids, I want to know what that comeback is going to be like after that. I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm pushing myself to reach a certain point before I decide I want to have another kid. So
You've already had one.
I mean,
You
7.
know?
I feel like if you're training through most of your pregnancy and then you are smart with how you come back to training, I don't feel like it's that bad. I mean, you probably might miss a full year like competition cycle, but I think you could be back pretty quickly after that. Like look at like Alicia McKenzie, who like went from.
But she's also like a badass. Just put it out there.
You're
like,
a badass.
When,
You're a badass.
No. When I had my first child, I was 270 pounds.
And look at you now.
Yeah, crushing the game.
Jacked.
It took
jacked and tan.
Let's be honest. My child is 7. It took me 7 years later to get this point.
That's not true.
Yes.
You were still crushing the game before 7
I think you
years.
could. I mean, I think Jake's right. I think we have a lot of examples of people that aren't Alicia McKenzie training before the pregnancy, through the pregnancy, and then bouncing back quicker.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even Jake's wife. I mean, we just have a lot of ladies in our gym who train through their pregnancy and they've come back really strong, which is hopeful. But I mean, I think it depends on the person and your goals after that. So
Yeah, I mean, Kat was hitting PRs while she was
While
pregnant,
pregnant. While
she was
and
pregnant,
then within
yeah.
a few months of having the baby. So
She just recently PR'd her snatch, right?
Yeah.
See? There you go.
Yeah.
Hope.
There is
Oh.
hope. There
But
is hope.
the other thing is strongman is such a weird sport that movement, there's a whole lot you can't do with strongman movements once you're having kids. You can't move a stone, can't move a log.
You can do other things. We
let's
can
be
get
real. You
creative.
miss 75% of your event training days, so you
True.
barely actually train strongman. You just go to contests.
You would sort of be right. So I think I trained one event day prior to the Chicago meet. I might have just did the yoke the week before.
One of the most important events of your life, and you trained once for it.
Yeah, of my
What
life.
strongman events of her
It's
life?
just exercise, people.
I know.
I said of her.
Of her strong
Training career.
So we were talking about something that I think is interesting, and I was trying to get at it a little bit, but you've been competing for 3-ish years, 4-ish years, Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
This is Jackie's first contest. The perspective of the veteran versus the rookie.
Rookie.
I've known Jackie for a while, and I think we have a lot in common where our mindsets are alike when it comes to like crushing competition. Like she has that same like focus that I do. Like it's not about who else is in the room. It's about how well she can push herself. And so, I think when Jackie goes out there at nationals, she'll be well prepared, and she's gonna kick ass because I mean, she just has that. Watching her through the open, like Jackie's focus level is a lot different than other people's. I mean, she's got this intense. I watched her do
I look like I'm going to kill people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking
That's normal.
specifically.
That's all the time.
What was the WOD where it was? I think it was
I was
the
bleeding
first one.
everywhere. When we did the max clean and jerk after?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a 15-1.
So Jackie looked like she had zeroed out, like nobody else was in the room, and she knew what she wanted to hit on the clean and jerk, and she still performed very well in the first part of the WOD. And just watching her with that focus, like I know that'll transfer over in her training to the.
What did you hit, by the way?
212, something like that.
What was that in the region?
10th.
10th.
Then you saw the slow decline of my performance. I started on top.
So Morgan, over time, how has your sort of how have you approached events differently from when you first started to now?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, are you less nervous? How do you think about them differently?
How's your mindset developed, essentially?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm less nervous. I think I'm less nervous, more focused. I know that I can't have the adrenaline be so much that it's going to take me completely off of my game. Before I used to get so nervous that I couldn't barely pick up the implement. Like, So I think that comes with more confidence, that I can do the movements. So I would say that I'm less nervous, but everybody has a bit of being nervous when you compete. So, but
Some nerves are good.
Yeah, I
Get
feel
that adrenaline pumping.
Yeah, I feel like now that I'm to the point where I'm just very consistent in events, like consistently performing well in events, and that the only thing that really holds me back if it's something that's overhead. So, yeah.
Which you know is a weakness.
You
of
know your
yours,
weakness.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I think that, like, when Morgan was mentioning, like, you see that I have some focus. I mean, as much as I'm, not familiar or experienced in weightlifting competition, I grew up competing as a gymnast, so I think it translates well. Like, I can focus and, not get distracted from the outside world and really, like, know what I'm doing.
I feel like there's got to be a lot of parallels between gymnastics and weightlifting.
There's
in
a
terms
ton,
of
yeah.
You're the only person on the floor,
Yep.
and it is also very technical,
yeah.
and you have one shot. It's not like,
Right.
I didn't get my lift.
It's not
Let
like
me
you
try
can
again.
push through, really. It's more like with CrossFit, you can, like, push yourself past what you normally can do. But with weightlifting and with gymnastics, you're doing what you practice every day, and you're just doing it on the platform, or you're doing it on the floor wherever you're competing, rather than like, I can push myself a little harder today. It's like, no, do it like you always do. Don't change anything up this time. Like, it's just practice makes permanent, and I think that's where there's a parallel for sure.
Yeah, I remember one time you were saying that in gymnastics, you would never go on the floor trying to do something that you hadn't already done many, many, many times in practice. It's not
Yeah.
like...
This is the day to throw it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like you're trying something new and just hoping you land it.
No, never. God, no.
I mean, in weightlifting,
So no one
there's
goes to gymnastics. Let's just wing this real quick.
Screw it. Just go out there.
Chase your heart.
A little bit differently, though, with weightlifting is you're not going to open at something you've never done before, but there's people that are close to their best on their second attempt, and then certainly trying
Right.
on their third. But
But you're doing the movement the same way.
yeah, absolutely.
Which is
You're not going to change your stance.
right.
Your,
You're
like,
not going
ritual.
to change how you lift. You might lift more weight, but you're not going to change how you do it. And that's the same with gymnastics. Like, you do the movements the exact same way as you do it in practice.
And even for you, especially as someone who's new to the sport, I think the goal should be, especially nationals, to be at least 4 or 5 out of your 6 attempts successful.
Right, yeah.
It's not going to be like, hey, let's open high and hope you get like 1 or 2 of each.
Sounds like a
best
great
case
plan.
scenario. I mean, really, if you go,
Go for a PR on your opener. Why not?
Let's go. Load it up.
I mean, every athlete and coach is a little bit different, but I mean, I think 6 for 6, you just went too light.
Right, yeah.
You know,
You wanna miss
unless it
one.
was just like a incredible day and you were hitting PRs, but yeah, I mean, best case scenario is you go in there and not best case, but a very great scenario there is you go in and you do your best weights on the platform. Like, that's a really great place to start, especially your first national competition,
Yeah.
is to do, like, you go in, you hit your old personal best on the platform, and that's a solid day.
Totally.
So, another thing I was thinking about is there's probably women here who are beginning their journey, and so the gateway drug for them is CrossFit, like it was for you two. And they're seeing people like you, and then all sorts of other people doing cool things here, whether it's a lot of girls here do strongman, you're doing weightlifting.
I think am I the only weightlifter? We
Yeah,
have?
I think so.
Woman.
Woman.
We don't have a lot of female weightlifters right now.
No.
I
We have
think-
some
I
in the
think
barbell club, which is cool.
I think there'll be more.
Right.
Those
I hope
intending
so.
to compete, I would like to see our weightlifting club grow quite a bit. but
yeah.
I secretly would not, because they'll be on my platform. And
They avoid your platform.
They know to stay away from
Your
Morgan's
platform
area.
stays empty.
So, what would you, and other than telling them, yeah, go for it, what would you tell them? What, when you were them, what were you thinking, and what made you make this leap into
Jake. It's all Jake's fault.
all
it
Jake?
is, yeah.
It's Jake's fault.
So they need a good coach.
Jake's
Jake
proud
can
of
be
that,
that coach.
being that fault.
No, I've actually had girls
You've
send me-
convinced a lot of girls to do strongman.
Yeah, and there's been girls recently that have reached out after seeing some of the videos to want to know how to get involved in other things outside of CrossFit. I mean, and a lot of us are branching out in other things. I think CrossFit's a good, start for getting your fitness. And then if you're interested in competing, it's nice that the gym has other things to do.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody after a while gets, not going to say burn out on training, but it's nice that if I don't want to have a strongman day to day, I can go do CrossFit and hang out with my friends in the class. So that's a good element of having CrossFit at the gym. So.
Did you have any, and this is for both you guys, reservations about competing, getting started?
You know I did.
I know both of you did.
There's plenty of people just like you that in this gym, and I mean, we got like 2 or 3 listeners outside of the gym that could be going through the same thing. So I want to know, like, at the core of all of this, what motivated you? I mean, other than Jake making you guys essentially, because you had reservations. How did you go? What were they, and how did you get over them?
I think, there was that max clean and jerk in the open, which
You crushed
did pretty well on.
after an intense CrossFit workout.
Right. So I think it made me realize I can perform under pressure with weightlifting, because I was like, I thought that if I did a weightlifting meet, I would bomb. I would like not perform well. So that gave me a little confidence boost. And then constantly Jake telling me what I would rank if I competed was helpful, because he was like, you'd win, just do it. So, and I actually really enjoy training now. It's nice training for a purpose rather than just like getting in the gym and just, working out, exercising. But I've always trained as an athlete for a purpose, and I liked working out that way. So it makes training a little bit more fun for me to like have a goal in mind, like not just like, oh, I want to, work out today, just do CrossFit, but like I have this competition I'm working towards.
And it's sort of the difference between working out and training.
Yeah,
You were working out
absolutely.
before, and now you're both training.
Yeah, and I think what Jackie hit it right on the head was most of us did some sport prior to coming into CrossFit. Like we were probably highly competitive in high school at some point, and so it's kind of like an extension of being back in high school.
Don't you have some state records?
I did. I don't know if they're broken. So.
Can we look it up on the internet?
No, they're probably way gone. I am still on my high school's wall of fame, so I do know that.
I have a sit and
Pretty
reach
legit.
record at my, I think, elementary school.
Morgan, what was yours? Some throwing or something?
I threw the shot and the discus in high school, so. Yeah.
So no surprise to transition to strength sports, I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
Perfect
and
transition.
Play basketball a little bit. Not really. I kind of was on the floor as an extra body, but.
I think it's funny, a lot of people, as they're considering competing, the fear of embarrassment and failure is like the biggest barrier to entry. And I think what a lot of people don't recognize is that, I mean, I watch many, many weightlifting competitions, and I've never been like, oh, who's this loser who just bombed out, And
It's not really that kind of vibe.
I
No,
don't think,
no.
I don't know of anyone else who has either.
What is happening in there?
There's been an earthquake.
Oh, they're doing Penlay Rows.
That is crazy.
It sounds insane in there.
God help us. That just blew my mind. But no, it's really not that kind of vibe. People are not very supportive when folks do well, and really not very judgmental when people don't do well. I've done, 20 or 30 strongman contests. Sometimes I did really well. Sometimes I didn't do very well. And I can't think of any time where, people were not extremely supportive.
And
I think that it depends on the person. Like I'm a very competitive person. Obviously, we do sports like this, but I'm more competitive with myself than I am with others. So I don't want to disappoint myself in my performance, and that's kind of what my fear always was like, I have a goal in mind and numbers I want to hit or whatever, and if I don't hit that, I'm gonna be really disappointed in myself. So I'm more competitive internally with that.
I also think the gigantic difference is a lot of people watching, either as spectators or coaches or as supporting their friends, know how difficult it is to do what strongmen are doing in their contests or what weightlifters are doing. because the pool is so wide, as opposed to you watch a basketball game or a football game, a very, very small percentage of the population has played at that level, so it's very easy to look at it very judgmentally.
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's more of like
It's true.
a family or like altruistic element to strength sports, because almost everyone there knows what it feels like to either be crushed by something or to
Right.
crush
Or know
something.
what that weight is like. Like, you know, to us, throwing a pass in football like that, like, I don't know how hard that is.
Right.
But like most of the people at weightlifting meets or strongman, I'm sure, do the sport or are very familiar with it. So they're like, okay, I know that weight is really heavy. And if they do it or not, like, regardless, it's impressive.
Right.
So, you know, to an outsider, yeah, maybe not, like, but I feel like the community is small enough that the people that are actually there are, know if it's a difficult lift or not.
Outsiders are very impressed by what goes on here. I've seen some people congratulate others on lifts that we would look at and be like, that's all right.
That's true too.
I think
That's
if you
true,
told
yeah.
people that you clean and jerk 220, they would lose their mind.
You'd be
probably.
double body weight one day.
If you said 100
One time.
pounds, they'd probably, like normal people that don't work out or barely work out, they would lose their minds.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, weightlifting and strongman are impressive sports.
You know, Jackie, I think it's interesting. You said that, to motivate you, I talked about how good you would do. And so I think you had sort of like a benefit compared to a lot of other people is that you went to your first meet. I knew that you would probably win or be towards the top of the pack. But I think a lot of people really have no hope or expectation of that. But at the same time, I think those people should compete.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, it's like Jason and I were talking, Morgan's husband, yesterday or the day before, and we were talking about his first lifts as he started doing weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we were both trying to, I think, talk to some other people in the like barbell class and feel like, dude, you should do a meet. And, his lifts were like, I don't know, 60-70% of what they are right now, but he was still competing. And so I think for a lot of people, it's I don't think they realize, again, how valuable it is to have competing as a way to focus your training and how you'll do things on the platform that you might never do in training.
Yeah.
And that, again, it's not like it is just you versus yourself, and it's getting better. Like Jason could probably look back, meet after meet and see that consistent progress. And, I think it's an incredibly valuable experience. There's just things you don't know about yourself until you compete.
Yeah, I think what it helps you do too is you're able to concentrate on a single thing to PR at versus like when you're in CrossFit, you have to really have a focus on because there's a whole lot of things to work at to PR. Like you have to, as a person, be like, I'm going to just work on my clean and jerk and my snatch, and you're doing that singular training for that. So I think there's a benefit to that, when you're training for strongman or training for Olympic weightlifting, you have singular goals that you have in mind.
Right.
And so you're actually seeing real progress. I think you see real progress in CrossFit, but not as much as when you're breaking down and focusing on that one little thing to do better.
Right.
Yeah, you're absolutely going to, definitely see accelerated progress when you are specializing. I mean, the cool thing about CrossFit is that it's hard to get bored because you do have so many things you can sort of like work on and see progress on. But at the same time, if you do want to focus your training, then you're definitely going to see some more improvements in those things you're working really hard on.
I would say that when you come into CrossFit, you PR everything, right? Because you're totally new and it's awesome.
Right.
I would say when that stops happening, when that like rush of PRs slows down to a trickle, that'd be a good time to transition to something else.
Yeah.
So that you can focus on something and still feel good about everything and
I think
PR,
even
if it's that one thing.
Like, I haven't necessarily PR'd any of my lifts yet since focusing my training, but my technique has gotten so much better, and like I feel more consistent.
Yeah, you're consistently making heavier weight, so,
right.
Which is important.
Yeah, so sometimes it's not necessarily about the number, but also how the lifts feel, and that is also like a huge benefit to focusing training on a
And
specific sport.
one thing I can say, I think Jake was talking about this last week, was when he programs our strongman training, it's not anything sexy in there. We haven't done a hatch or any squat cycles like that. We're doing the basics.
It's just a Rowell squat cycle.
Yeah.
I made it up.
But, you know, we're still consistently PRing, and so I just think people need to know you don't have to do all this sexy stuff when you come to the gym for it to, you know, work and
Don't
get
do
effective.
sexy.
The hatch squats are not sexy. They suck.
Can we please stop saying sexy?
Sexy.
Matt's so uncomfortable right
Why
now.
are you uncomfortable?
There's-
It's okay for gym work to be sexy.
Or not.
Or not
It's
sexy.
okay for it not to be.
It's very okay for it not to be sexy. No, I agree. I mean, the RAL squat cycle makes people squat more.
It's true.
I squatted.
And it changes every 3 months. It's just different all the time. So
There's no formula.
Yeah, I just think it's about coming to the gym and being consistent, making sure you're putting in the work. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what? I'm glad you guys came. This has been so much fun.
Are we done?
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. This is coming off the rails real quick.
Oh, God.
Oh gosh.
Thanks.
He's kicked us off the
He
show.
kicked us off.
Yeah.
We're done.
We're booted.
Show's over.
it's been about 40 minutes. It's
Has it
it's a
really?
show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
These go really
We
fast.
talked like
yeah.
20 minutes. We had a break. Now we talked for like 23. So
Is there a segment we're missing? We did things we hate. Is there? What about drinking? Isn't there things that happen?
Sometimes there's drinking.
I'm drinking chocolate milk.
I was drinking
no one
coffee,
else is
but
drinking
I'm
anything.
done. I think
I was
now.
drinking some coffee, and I never drink coffee.
She drank special for the podcast.
I did.
Because we talk about coffee so much.
So
We're
great.
gonna
That's
get-
what everyone drank this week. We're looking for sponsors. And I'm only saying this at the end because this means that you're legit and you listen to the whole thing, so you really do like this.
We're looking for sponsors for us, right?
Well, we're
us
looking
as
for sponsors
athletes.
for them as
athletes.
athletes.
I need to get my nails done. So yeah, I need a sponsor.
I need some new lifting shoes. Who wants to jump in?
Sponsor.
I could use some training tights too. Compression. I'm not saying I kind of like
Yeah,
Virus-
Mikey, if you're listening, please give me some shoes.
virus. I like
Sponsor
your
us
tights.
first, and then sponsor.
Then consider these fine guests of ours.
Do you guys want anyone to contact you on social media?
No.
Oh yeah,
My
I would
social
love
media
that.
is private.
So where can people find you, Morgan, if they're looking for you?
If you're on Instagram, Moberry83.
Mo Berry.
Moberry. Yeah, my last name used to be Allsbury, my maiden name. Okay, Moberry83.
You know you're going to sound very country when you listen to
I
this.
know,
Moberry.
Moberry83. So yeah, on Instagram.
Check it. You want people to know who you are?
Well, my Instagram's private, so
So don't request her.
All the other young female weightlifters have something about their weight class.
I don't,
And
yeah.
and their Instagram handle, and it's definitely not private. They have like 17,000
No,
followers.
maybe if I
I
make
need you to
myself
get
not
some.
private.
We'll make you a weightlifting one.
You can, yeah, you
Make
guys
it-
can run it.
We're not. We barely run our own social media accounts.
Come on. You can find us at the Movement RVA Podcasts or CrossFit RVA on Instagram, Facebook CrossFit RVA. We've plugged ourselves enough. I'm tired of plugging.
There's
You
so
guys
much
know who we are.
plugs.
Yeah.
This is a volunteer organization.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
volunteer
gosh.
work.
I'm getting a free shirt though.
She will.
That's not in the contract.
No shoot.
Hey, I don't have a contract right now. I can keep getting that email.
We got
We'll talk about
business
this
to
off
Maybe there will
air.
be sponsors involved.
I'm glad you guys listened. And, Jake.
All right, guys. Until next week, it's just exercise.